Welcome to the Lighthouse. Welcome to today's Qigong gathering. I'm so honored to have this time with you. So grateful to be able to have space to connect in such meaningful ways here live and there afterwards. So I welcome all of you in all of the time zones who show up to participate in this medicinal flow today. So begin, as we often and almost always do, by landing in your body, landing in the moment, coming into your breath, and coming into a careful attentiveness to what all it is that you are feeling right now, and give yourself full permission to feel everything that you are feeling. The joy and the fear, the hesitation and the bravery and everything there in between. And so just a moment to kind of speak to the simple difference between joy and fear. And very oftentimes the simple differences in the polarities that are auditioning for our attention all the time. The great difference between joy and fear, again, it's simple. Joy can take place in all three time zones. It can take place in the past, in the present, and in the future. Whereas fear can only take place when we are anticipating what could possibly occur on our path, right? We can't be afraid of what has already occurred. One can have a joyful memory, one can have a joyful now, and one can experience the joy that comes from anticipating or magnetizing in or praying for or even expecting something great to occur in the future. So our fear can only live in the abstract, whereas joy can live in both the concrete and the abstract. And so I ask you in this moment, what kinds of fears have you maybe been hoarding and hiding away that are actually steering the substratum of your existence? Here's the thing, guys. Fragility, or existence, is a fragile thing. We are every day faced with the fragility of our own existence. And so by having these, very sober moments of straight talk with the inner alchemy of what's going on in this ecosystem of self is always helpful, so that we can get in to the throne of the only enduringly significant throne, which is the throne of gratitude. Allow yourself to take a seat in the throne of gratitude before we begin today's forms. And I'd like for you, as you're sitting in your awareness and your attention, I'd like for you to take this first moment, please, all of us here together in all of the time zones, to beam a remarkable frequency of gratefulness out to all of the teachers that have given you immeasurable gifts. All of the teachers who have given you immeasurable gifts. We are put here on the planet for a very short period of time. And we don't get time back. And so I persuade you to be very careful, to pay very clear attention to what you're thinking, to what you're investing your time in, to the things that you're saying, to the projects that you are generating. Be very careful. Make your time here worthwhile. Make it positive. Make it beneficial. Make it meaningful. the direction that you're going in and the frequency that you're following determines everything. It determines everything. So today, in this choreography of practice and in every other moment to follow, may we bring our reverence, may we bring a clarity of consciousness, may we come with our applied intelligence, and may we give the best of ourselves, for the future, for those who are following us and for those who will follow. So I've choreographed a set of forms for today's gathering that will allow us as practitioners to commune with unseen realities, to sow synergy with the unseen realities. And so in that way, I invite you to get really quiet. I may be doing less articulation of right and left and here and there as we navigate these forms, because their defining characteristic is it emerges from the level of essence and not from language. Okay, so these forms are about the unseen realities. So let's begin. Bring your feet really wide to whatever width is most comfortable for you. Oh, and the dog. And then take the arms out and bring your right hand back behind you and your left hand. Hey, your left hand to your belly. And then bring your right arm around and hover it in front of your left hand. And then lift your right hand to your brow center and bring it down to your heart center. And lift your left hand up to your brow center and bring it to your belly center. And bring your right hand up overhead. Rotate the palm to face the sky, look to the left. And then fan the right arm out to the right and forward. Open the hands. And then bring your left hand to your belly. And then open your hands and bring your right hand to your belly. Now fan the left hand around so that it's hovering in front of your right hand. Lift your left hand up to the level of the brow. Notice how I'm straightening my legs as the hand rises, and as the hand descends, I'm bending my knees. Hover the left hand, please, in front of your heart center. Lift the right hand up to the brow center, the third dantian, and then bring it down to the belly center. And bring the left hand up to above the head. Look to the right. And then fan your left hand out to the left. And take it forward. Open. Elbows are drawn in alongside the body. Forearms are extended out in a slight low diagonal. And I'm dropping the head back. Good. And I'm going to bring the left hand forward. And open both arms out to the side. And the right hand forward. Open both hands out to the side. And then bring the left hand to the low belly and the right hand to the middle low back. Fan the right arm around and place the right hand, or hover the right hand in front of the left hand. Communing again with the unseen realities. Lift the right hand up to the brow center. Inhale. Right hand to the heart center. Left hand to the brow center. Left hand to the lower dantian. Right hand up overhead and looking to the left. And then fan the right hand out and take the right hand forward. Collapse through the lung meridian. Open the hands. Inhale. And bring the left hand forward. Open the hands, forearms. And bring the right hand forward. Open the hands. bring your left hand to your belly and your right hand to your low back. Bring the right hand around, hover it in front of the left hand. Lift the right hand up to the level of the brow center. Drop it to the heart center. Lift the left hand up to the brow center. Drop it to the belly center. Bring the right hand up and fan the arm forward. I realized that I just repeated the same side twice in a row. It's okay. Open the arms, hang the head back, and left hand forward. Open the arms, hang the head back, right hand forward. Open. And forward. Step the feet together, please. Bring both hands together or alongside one another at the level of your heart center, and then ground the chi. In all of the realities, in all of the time zones, in the concrete, in the abstract, making this breath, this moment beneficial, worthwhile, positive, and meaningful. Fan the left arm forward, fan both arms forward so the eyes of the palms are facing forward, and then ground the hands alongside the outer thighs. Beautiful. Take a moment to digest that form. You know, to be a practitioner, to be a being walking on this kind of awakening path, and an awakening path includes so much. It includes everything, right? It's the big business of being able to have enough life energy inside of us to catch the blessings and the opportunities that are bouncing into our lives, that are populating in our lives, to catch the blessings and then to grow them, to not let them pass us by, to not second guess them and therefore abandon them, but to catch them and to grow them in the garden of life. But in order to do that, we need enough life force in the mind-body system of our human beingness, and that's what these practices are about. So allow today's choreography to really nourish all of the realities, all of the dimensions. So this next form is very similar in terms of the nature of the gestures. It's very similar to where we just were. Okay, so this is a fire calm form. So again, we're going to take the feet really nice and wide. Heels in and toes out. Okay, so open the hands and then bring the right arm forward. Open the hands, forearms, wrists, and bring the left arm forward. Open. Right arm forward. Now place your left hand with the palm of the hand facing away from your body. Place it in between your kidneys. Fan the right arm alongside the body and back and up. And then as if you're tossing something, as if it were like a sword that you are embedding in the soil. So you're doing it with precision and clarity and confidence on the out breath. So inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now place the back of your left hand in between your kidneys and fan the left arm in along the side body. Take the arm back and out to the side and up overhead. Go ahead and look to the right, straighten the legs a little bit. Fan the left arm to the left, looking in the same direction, and then with all the clarity and the accumulated clarity and confidence and precision of centuries, embed it. Inhale. Exhale. Whoa, as I fall off balance. Inhale. Exhale. So what it was that threw me off balance was this collapsing. Okay, so be sure you're getting that full rinsing going on in the community of your spinal column and all the way down to the bottom bone. So you're getting, you're rejuvenating the fluids, the cerebral spinal fluid in the center of the spine. Inhale, straighten the legs a little bit, and then exhale. Right arm is going to go forward with tons of precision. And then pass the right arm along the side body, take the right arm back, and then forward and up overhead, looking to the left. And then right arm will go to the right, so two will the gaze, and then again with the accumulated precision of centuries. And then inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Unseen realities, can you soften your top eyelids to about 9/10 of the way closed? Left arm is going to go forward with, again, all of that linear accuracy, precision in the nervous system. Inhale, left arm up, right hand is resting on the low back. And then left arm out to the side and forward. Straighten the legs. Pull chi up from the balls of the feet into the biocosmic ball of energy in your belly. Pull it up into the cave of your heart. Pull it up into the vacuous open space of the mouth. Pull it up into the center of your human brain. And then offer it up into the boundless, into every location of service that you can be emitting the clarity of your presence onto. And rotate the palms of your hands to face the sky, drawing with all of the calligraphy brushes of your fingertips, drawing alongside you, and then out gently in front of you. Ground the chi from the heart center, the middle dantian, in a mood of gratefulness. Here you are, seated in the throne of gratitude, in the halls of Dharma. Step the feet together. Open the hands so the elbows are tucked in alongside the ribs. And then palms to the earth. Unseen realities, and so we will include the rainbow here. And so this is the double rainbow, the yoking of the double rainbow from oneself onto the boundless. Okay, so I've been talking about this quite a bit over the past couple of weeks, this idea of yoking the paradox of having effort and having grace. And grace is form without content, which means that it is entirely acceptable and in fact highly suggested that you be in the realm of thoughtlessness, conscious effortlessness as you explore. Let these forms be deeply exploratory. And you're exploring the relationship that your inner human ecosystem has with every other system, seen and unseen. I'm going to turn to the side for the demonstration of this form. So watch, I'm going to demo without words, and then we'll practice, of course, like always, together with the articulations. So I demonstrated, the full form, once on each side. So let's do this a few times together. Really get that feeling like you're drawing into your individual field everything that you need, so that all of your needs are met from the bottom up and from the top down, so that you can show up in every sphere of influence, so that you can show up in every location of service that is being called of you in full radiance, with an absence of distortion and in full radiance. Okay, so that's really like the essence of this form. So you don't have to turn to the side. I'm doing it so that you can see. Right leg is going to extend forward, and you're rooting down through the back of the right heel. So with a long spine, but without craning through the neck, we want to really be aware. We're being careful. We are full of care regarding the sustained alignment of the spine from the bottom bone all the way up through to the crown, okay? So hinging, cross the wrists so your right hand is on top, and then bring the palms of your hands together while still preserving an open, empty space between the palms. And then we'll reach the hands like a calligraphy brush forward. The spine is following. I'm keeping the pelvis square, and then I'm going to rotate on my right heel so that I'm facing forward. I'm opening up space. I'm establishing a little bit more space between the bottom of my earlobe and the top of my shoulder, even in this contracted gesture, right? With the arms on high like this. Now I'm going to swivel on the back of my left heel, and then I'll opening the rainbows, both of them, and then I'll look over the right hand. Now bring the palms of the hands to face the ground. Elongate, extend, and expand through the spine. Tuck the chin, Jalandhar, and then hinge. Tuck the chin. Stack the left wrist on top of the right. Bring the base of the palms together. Bring the middle fingers together. Preserve an open space between the palms. Inhale, coming up. The right knee is bent. The left heel is an anchor. But we're using the soft, sustained strength in the belly to lift us up, not the root point of the left heel. Orient to face forward, swiveling on the left foot. Drop your buttock bones down into the space between the upper thighs. Swivel on the back of the right heel. Open the double rainbows. Expressing energy out from the heart's center through to the open space in the palms. Now rotate both palms to face the earth. And look over the length of the right leg. Hinging, Jalandhar, so you're tucking the chin. Keeping the pelvis square. And stacking the right wrist on top of the left. Bring the base of the palms together, tip of the middle fingers together, and even thumbs together with lots of space between the hands. Lead with the calligraphy brush of the fingertips. Inhale, coming up. Pelvis is staying square. Rotate to face forward. And last time, so swiveling on the back of your left heel, open the rainbows. Looking over the tip of your right middle finger. Bring a wave of energy up through the whole of your spine. Both palms facing the earth, hinging. Left wrist on top. Connect the base of the palms, the tips of the middle fingers, the pads of the thumbs. Inhale, brush your way up. Communing with the unseen realities that are always here. Offering the original instructions. So synergy with the original instructions. light-coated, open the rainbow, the double rainbows, plural, to the side. Bring the palms of the hands to the lower dantian. Bring the left hand and then the right hand to the outer center of the thighs, and then 3 cycles of a simple wave. Bring energy up through the balls of the feet, through the pelvis, through the heart, through the palate of the mouth, through the crown of the head, and out into every location of service. Life is practicing on us, and sometimes it sounds and looks like a mess, and sometimes it is so harmonic, it hits the sweet spot. But this is why we call it practice. We keep showing up, regardless of how excellent or awful we may feel. We show up and we give ourselves permission to feel everything that we are being asked and allowed to feel. The trials and the tribulations, the grace and the grit, everything. All right, so bring the heels in and the toes out. Come back down into your deep squat. Relax your wrists into that vicinity right in front of the middle thighs. Tuck your buttock bones down and lift the spine. This is a time to be so honest, so full of willingness, and therefore courageous. Being courageous, being willing to be bare. You know, there's a couple of different kinds of courage in this life walk, right? One type of courage requires that we armor up and step forth into, whatever action we need to step forth into. And the other type of courage requires that we get completely bare and therefore vulnerable and therefore powerful. There's a particular quality and consistency in the coordinates of our vulnerability that is unique and unitive. So watch here. This is yet another celestial formation that will allow you to commune with unseen realities, both within yourself and around. Very oftentimes we are masters at covering up the scariest parts of our shadows and the brightest part of our light. And the weather alarm goes off to agree with that. So watch. I'm going to demonstrate and then we'll practice this celestial form together. I don't teach these celestial forms very often, so soak it up. Let's do it together. All right. Sitting in to the throne of gratefulness. Soft belly, open heart, arms forward and up and toss them over their respective shoulders. Look up and then ultimately hang your head back. Now, orient the gaze to look forward between the elbows. Bring the hands in front of your face with the blade edges, 2 swords here, guys. Blade edges of the hands aligned with each other, elbows and forearms aligned with each other. Bring it all the way through. Inhale, lift through the elbows, open through the chest and the shoulders. And sit back onto the throne of gratefulness. Weave up all the fingers below the lower dantian. Pull the hands down to stretch and open the shoulders. Inhale, lift, straighten the legs. Lift the energy up on an inhalation. Hold the breath inside of your body. Lift it up to the brow center, to the third dantian. Rotate the woven hands away from the palms of face, away from the forehead. Now conjoin the tips of the index fingers and the thumbs. Radiate out through the middle ring and pinky fingers on both hands. And then push, looking through the triangulation of the fingers here, like a lens into the unseen realms. Good, now bring the backs of your hands together, deep in the squat if you can. Backs of the hands together, shoulders are down. And then I'm going to trace the fingertips, backs of the hands still together, tracing the line of the spine, lifting through the length of the legs, absorbing chi as if my feet were roots and my legs were the trunk of the tree of my humanity. And I'm going to drop my heels now because perhaps you noticed they were lifted just a little bit. Good, and I'm going to bring the pinky fingers together, the base of my palms together and the thumbs together, bringing the hands into Padma Mudra in full bloom. Remember, that life is the big business of catching and growing the blessings that are populating in your life. Lift your elbows, forearms, wrists, and the blossom at the end of your hands up as high as you can without drawing the elbows away from each other. Hopefully your body is trembling a little bit with the immensity of this form. Now bring the index and middle fingers together. Take the left arm forward as you wrap the right arm around the head. And take the right arm out to the side. Straighten the legs for a moment. And take the right arm forward as you wrap the left arm around the head. And take the left arm as you straighten the legs out to the side. Woo. Bring your right hand, please, to the left shoulder. And then bring your left hand, please, to your right shoulder. Press the crossed forearms like a shield, like a family crest. We all belong to a family of stars. Press the family crest deep into the heart inside of your heart. Settle down into it. Looking through eyes that are 9/10 of the way closed, in communion, sowing synergy with the grace and the gift of existence, with a tremendous honoring for the fragility of this existence. Bring your passion. Passion is a necessity. Reach the arms forward. Open the fingers so there's no longer a mudra in place. And then open the hands. Straighten the legs. Open the whole, open the center of every cell in your system. In a space that needn't include identity or personhood or I or me or mine. And then bring your feet together, please. And we'll honor our last celestial form, Colibri, the full duration of the form. And take the gaze and the bird hands to the right. And then pass the hummingbirds down, pass the gaze down. And then pass the birds to the left, looking also to the left, keeping shoulders facing forward. Once more, please, in each direction. Bringing both of your hands to your heart. You know, as we begin to awaken, or as we've been busy for many years, awakening, bit by bit, breath by breath, by and by, awakening. One of the fruits of awakening is a sincere wish to share this, right? To help to transform the world. You see it in all the walks. But the beginning, the first step in transforming the world is transforming our own heart. So take this moment in closing to acknowledge how today's celestial formations have hopefully catalyzed an opening, a connection, a communion with unseen realms and realities within your own beingness and beyond. Catching and growing the blessings that are populating in your life. Drop the hands to lower dantian. Inhale tremendously. And hands alongside your body. Again, our time here is short. The fragility of existence. Time doesn't come back. Be in your joy body. Be in your humility. Be in your confidence. It's the alchemy of humility and confidence simultaneously, so that the direction that you're going and the frequency that you're following is on par. Make it meaningful, make it worthwhile, make it beneficial, make it positive. Bring your clarity, bring your consciousness, apply your intelligence, and above all, practice reverence. There are three things that matter in life, generally speaking. The first of which is to be kind. The second of which is to be kind. And the third of which is to be kind. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to each other. Be kind to the earth. Be kind to what you do not understand.